Welcome back to the final part of the show. It's time for us to cross over to Erica Drum to improve our cooking skills. You've got a delicious recipe for us, Erica. What is on the menu?
Hi guys, how are you? Thank you. I am doing a prawn noodle dish, but it's a sesame prawn noodle dish. So I've got sesame in it in 3 different ways. And actually, I heard you talking earlier, lots of fish this week. It's a perfect dish to use with chicken or tofu as well. It would go really, really well with those things.
Lovely.
Also. So I began with toasting my sesame seeds. So they're going to actually be the garnish at the end. But I always recommend toasting your seeds or your nuts or anything. I say that a lot in the show. On a frying pan as well, not in your oven, because we forget about them. The smell, it takes longer to come out of burning nuts when it's in an oven than in a pan. And then the next sesame thing that's going in is a tablespoon of toasted sesame oil. So that's going to be the base kind of flavor of sesame in our sauce. And in that, I'm going to put in lots of lovely garlic. So that's about 5-6 cloves of garlic. So that's why I've got to mention in the title of the dish.
Yeah.
And
a lot of garlic prawns with sesame noodles, yeah.
There has to be lots of garlic. But look, you know me, I love it. And I think there's quite a lot of us who do. Guys, I created this dish out of kind of, people being a bit fed up going to the supermarkets, fed up trying to cook like for ages in the kitchen in January. I don't know if you're all doing it. And we have to make something really healthy and loads of veg and lots of chopping and lots of peeling carrots and stuff. This is like store cupboard ingredients pretty much. So
Okay.
as that's fried, so that's the garlic and the scallions, I'm going to let the prawns go in there, okay? So these are just defrosted or fresh prawns that you can get. As I said, chicken or even tofu or something if you're doing for January could go in there. All right. I wish you could smell it. It's so amazing. So the next thing we're going to look at while they're frying are noodles. So you might see these in the supermarket, the kind of bagged ones that are pre-cooked. And actually on the packet, they'd recommend that you put them straight into a frying pan. Guys, if you have any experience with those, I don't know, the noodles from the packets, have you?
No, we tend to buy ours when they're in nests. And they're in bags and in nests and just boil them then.
Brilliant. So that way you just read the packet instructions and cook them. It takes about 4 or 5 minutes. These ones say just put them straight into the pan. It doesn't really work. You want to agitate them a little bit with boiling water.
Okay.
So that kind of loosens them out. But I know people will go to these as well because of convenience, So you just get your fork in there. That's all that is boiling water, and separate them out. Because if you put them, they kind of end up like big blocks in the frying pan. Right, we're setting that aside, and we're going to make our sauce. So here's the third element of sesame. This is called tahini paste, or you can use sesame paste. We might recognize tahini paste from kind of Middle Eastern cuisine, like making hummus, but actually it's used in Chinese cookery and Japanese cookery, and I'm kind of done a mix mash of different noodle dishes from around the world. One particular dan noodles that I've made before on the show with peanut butter rather than sesame, which is also delicious. So next in was oyster sauce, then soy sauce. This is it, guys. It's so easy. Just a tiny little bowl of all these flavors. And I'm using a chili sauce. So I'm using sriracha here, which a lot of people might know has gotten very popular. But you can use any sort of chili oil that you like. And obviously less or more depending how spicy you like it in your household. But I'm doing a tablespoon there. And that is the consistency of our sauce. Very, very easy. So the sauce is now going to go into that frying pan. So in the frying pan, we have our prawns cooking. They're pretty much done. That's all they take. The garlic, the scallions, the sauce. Are we with me?
We're right with you. We do wish you were here, though. We really wish you were here.
I know. For anyone at home, I'm struggling to hear every single word you're saying, so apologies if you are at home as well. So I don't want to interrupt you, Erica, in case I miss something that you're saying.
Okay, no problem at all. No problem at all. It's harder with it like this, and as I always say, guys, I wish I was feeding you here, and especially our audience at home. So the sauce has gone in on top of those prawns. And remember that water we have here. I'm just going to pour a tiny bit of that into the pan. And that's going to give us a saucier kind of texture and consistency.
Yeah. Yeah, a nice little bit of steam that helps with the flavours. You got about a minute and a half.
No problem, I'm nearly finished. So really you could actually put in loads more liquid, and if you want even a chicken stock to make it kind of ramen-y.
Okay.
But at this point I'm going to add my noodles in. So I wasn't even cooking those. Guys, this is so delicious. Anybody at home who's like, oh, I have some of those things in the cupboard, just do it. It takes minutes. Everybody in the house will be happy. Look, I literally made that in 6 minutes. You've got a creamy sauce. No, it's tahini. There's no cream or dairy involved. And I'm just going to scoop that in. I can show you. See if you can see.
Oh, look at that.
Oh my God, it smells amazing.
Erica, normally I lick the plate when you're here, so who's getting to share that dish with you tonight? That's why I don't like these Skype cookery slots. Who are you feeding tonight?
Start with Dave, my friend. This is a perfect portion. And the best one is for two. And it's not really in advance or the next day or whatever.
If anyone at home missed any of the steps, you can check out our socials and
where you get all the recipes
will be there.
Oh, just a little bit of garnish on top.
Very nice.
So that's the chili oil, and we are finished.
Okay. Enjoy it, Erica. We are drooling. Enjoy it.
Not fair. Good to see you,
Erica Drum, everybody.
See you in the kitchen properly next time.